before doing a Cartwheel Arabian, you want to make sure you have a really strong cartwheel and a really strong front flip. There's a few ways to get into this trick. You can do it from standing, you can do it with a little spin before, or you can do it from running, or from a combo. Sometimes people do it with the hook before, but the way that I would suggest to learn it is to do it from standing. The reason you want to do it off of standing is because it's a lot more controlled that way, so you're not running into it and you don't lose control, and sometimes you can go off axis really easily that way. So when you start with your legs slightly split, just like this, and then you're going to start by swinging your arms to the opposite side that you're going. So I'm going to be going my left here, so I'll swing my arms there so that I can bring them back. So bring your arms, then you're going to bring them over just like this, one towards the ground and one over your head, then towards the ground. And as you're doing this, you're also going to kick the outer leg as hard as you can upwards. So you bring your arms towards the ground like this and kick that leg as hard as you can. The more flexible you are in your splits like this, the easier it becomes, because if you have your splits down, then you can kick your leg all the way up here and you'll have a lot more power for your cartwheel. So after that, you're going to put your hands on the ground. The bottom one is going to come first, and then after a split amount of time, then the second one is going to come over and touch the ground after. After that, the first leg that's going to hit the ground is the one that you kick initially, this one. So let me show you guys what that looks like. So you want to practice that a few times. Make sure you get a lot of power from it. So get a good cartwheel up until you can feel yourself get a good jump out of the cartwheel. Also, when you land the cartwheel, you want to make sure you land your legs a little split too. You don't want to land them together, and you don't want to punch. You don't want to punch because you don't want it to look like a round off. Some people end up doing a cartwheel and having their feet together after and punching off of it with both feet. That's what I call a cart off. So after the cartwheel, your legs are going to hit the ground one at a time. So the outer one first and then the other one, while your arms are going to be here. They're here because they were on the ground, so they're going to be coming up this way. Once they come up here, you do what I call a rainbow. So you're going to bring your arms from here and do this to try and get some height. Some people, when they go into this trick, will actually go around too much and then they'll lose control. So that's why you want to make sure you bring them from here and then into this direction, because this is the direction that you're going to flip in. So your arms are going to come up, and at this point you're going to jump off both feet at the same time, even though they came on the ground one at a time. And then you're going to turn 90 degrees after your feet leave the ground, and then end up doing a front flip. So at this point, it's like a regular front flip, so you just get as much height as possible, tuck as tight as possible, and then open up and land. I'll show you guys a couple examples.